Now, Storm Watch 12 weather with meteorologist Josh Culbreth.
Welcome back to News Watch 12. Midday right now, you're taking a live look at some pretty clear skies in Klamath Falls. This view coming courtesy of the Sky Lakes Medical Center. I mean, maybe you're seeing some very light haze, but that is really splitting hairs. It looks like there's pretty good air quality. We are sunny and essentially 75 this midday. Lots of inland spots in the 70s. We're already up to 81 degrees down towards Mount Shasta City, and then 60s along the coast in Curry County. So here's where the bulk of the smoke is right now. You can see it's still in Lake County due to some of the residual smoke from the bedrock fire. We'll put this into motion. Winds coming out of the southwest a little bit later today, which should clear up a lot of the tough air quality to the east of the Cascades. But we're expecting the flat fire to flare up once again, so that'll start to produce some thick smoke. And then the bedrock fire will start to produce some thick smoke. But right around 5 p.m., we think most of this is going to be in Lane and Deschutes County, but then a little bit later into the evening and then into the overnight hours. That's when a lot of the thick smoke comes back into northern Klamath County, into Lake County, and then we're seeing a secondary area of smoke in Curry County and Del Norte County, and that would obviously be because of the flat fire. And then the cycle for Friday is pretty much the exact same. Here is your hiking planner for today for the Rogue Valley, and it's going to be a pretty good day to go on a hike, at least for late July standards, because air quality is going to be pretty good in the valley and temperatures won't be too oppressively hot. In fact, we'll be about 5 degrees below average for late July, which means we'll be in the mid-80s to the east of the Cascades, near 90 for our west side valleys, and the middle to upper 60s along the coast in Curry County. And winds will come out of the north and west today, gusting between 20 to 30 miles per hour, with the fastest wind gusts being in the Shasta Valley and along the coast. And then for tonight, the sun sets and the winds will calm down, and of course the smoke will filter into northern Klamath County and Lake County, then into Curry and Del Norte counties. But other than that, it's going to be a pretty nice night with some pretty nice temperatures. We'll be in the mid-40s to the east of the Cascades, near 60 for some portions of our west side valleys, and then low 50s along the coast in Curry County. And we'll take it back to the Rogue Valley, where the forecast is going to be very consistent over the next few days, right near 90 degrees. Lots of sunshine, just some very light haze. And then here's that little heat bump we're expecting into next week. Still nothing too oppressively hot. We'll be a little bit above average by Tuesday, but at this point, fuels are so stressed that it doesn't take much heat to contribute to critical fire weather impacts. So we'll have that for Saturday, although that's not really going to be driven by the heat. It's more so going to be driven by the winds. But then into Tuesday with some of the heat, these fuels are looking much drier. So Matt and I will continue to comb and sift through all of that data over the coming days as it pertains to fire weather impacts. Here's a 7-day forecast for the coast. Some of the worst air quality is going to be in southern Curry County just because the winds are coming out of the north. That's pushing a lot of the smoke from the flat fire down to the south. For Siskiyou County, we'll see just some very light haze over the next couple of days. All in all, air quality should be pretty good. For the Klamath Basin, it's really going to be a tell of two counties. Lake County will definitely see the worst of the air quality from the bedrock fire, but northern Klamath County could also see some pretty tough air quality. The rest of Klamath County, however, down towards Howard Prairie and Lake of the Woods and Crater Lake, Klamath Falls, should see some pretty good air quality. And then for the mountains, for the southern half of the Cascades and for the Siskiyous, not really seeing much thick smoke at all. And then for the Rogue Valley, also we'll just track some very light haze over the next couple of days. Fairly warm through Sunday, but still below average. And then, of course, that little heat, I'm not going to call it a heat wave, but a little heat splash next week.
All right, a little heat splash.
Little one of those guys.
Little one of those, yeah. It's gonna feel nice overall.
I think so. Yeah. I think around this time last year, we were into like the middle 110s. Like I think we hit 114 in Medford.
Oh God.
Take 90. 90 is like, break out the jacket. No, don't do that. That's dangerous.
All right. Well, thank you, Josh.
Of course.